Our Submarine by Beatrix Phillpot. Flash! A streak of lightning shot across the sky. A moment later there was an angry rumble of thunder. Emily and David were playing in the garden when they heard the thunder. They ran back to the house. But they weren't quite quick enough. Down came the rain in buckets full. "I feel like a deep-sea diver," laughed David, dripping. "Then let's have a deep-sea adventure," cried Emily. "We can use this for the submarine," she said, and she pushed a big cardboard box into the middle of the room. "Great," said David. "Now we can search for sunken treasure." "Our submarine needs a periscope. Then we can see where we are going," said Emily. She put the kitchen broom inside the box. "And I've got a map showing where the treasure is," said David. "Climb aboard and close the hatches," commanded Emily. She put on a special captain's hat. Swish! The water closed over the top of the submarine. The great deep-sea adventure had begun. Travelling under the sea was like exploring a strange and new world. Brilliant rainbow-coloured fishes darted about in front of them, and long curly seaweed brushed against the special observation window. "We should see a shipwreck any moment," said Captain Emily, looking at the map. "Look, it's a ship's mast," cried David. "That must be the treasure ship," said Emily. "Steer to starboard, Teddy." They stopped the submarine just beside the ship. "Gosh, it looks really old," gasped David. "OK, crew, put on your masks," commanded Emily. "Let's find the treasure chest." The next moment they were swimming through a gap in the rocks towards the ship. Then they saw the sharks. There were 6 of them, and they seemed to be guarding the wreck. "I think sharks sometimes eat people," said David in a rather squeaky voice. Emily had a feeling they did too. At that moment, the sharks saw them. "Quick, back to the submarine," cried Emily. They got back in and closed the hatches just in time. "Time to go home, I think," said Emily, as calmly as she could. Teddy reversed the submarine and they dashed off at top speed. The sun was shining when they arrived home. There was a wonderful smell of freshly baked chocolate cake coming from the kitchen. "You're back just in time for tea," called Mum. "I'm rather glad the adventure's over," said David. Emily and Teddy both agreed. "I wonder what the sharks are having for their tea," said Emily. "I bet it's not chocolate cake," said David.